Hey fellas on YouTube, here's the latest on my Takeuchi TB216. My latest mods here. Looks like I already bent that back. All right, I'm gonna do a tilting bucket. I'm gonna have it made up by a company called Kotek. They do the OEM Kubota stuff. They also sell to other brands. They have their own coupler, so I need to order the Kotek bucket without the ears on it, which they're going out of their way to make me. It's kind of a custom one-off. I kind of put myself in a corner with this wedge coupler. I don't think it's the same overall width as the John Deere 17, so I'm kind of in no man's land here with this coupler I went with. I love it though. I think the wedge coupler is a great design, especially for all the stuff I got. All right, so I wanted to add a second auxiliary port to my dipper stick here to run that tilt bucket, and all I wanted to do was shut off the thumb and then chain the thumb around the dipper stick. Figure something out there just to get it out of the way so it doesn't drip down. And I needed to figure out how to tap into the hydraulic system. So these fittings, there was a 90-degree elbow here, and these are all 1/2 -14 BSPP parallel pipe thread, and it has an internal taper to seat on as you tighten these things down. So I'm going to give you guys the part numbers here for anybody that wants to pursue these parts to add a second set of hydraulic couplers to their or a second hydraulic line to the front of their dipper stick. And I got these through a company called Adaptall. So I'm going to start out with the, which one is this one? All right, this is the T, and the part number for the T fitting is 9152-080808, denoting all sides are 1/4 G or 1/2 -14 BSPP. And the 90-degree there is an adapter that goes from female BSPP to 1/2 NPT. And if I got the right reducer, I could have gone from 1/2 NPT, or I had to put in this reducer here to go from 1/2 NPT to 3/8 male NPT into the skid steer style flat face coupler. And I have the male ends in the shop there, and they're going to go on my tilt bucket. But that part number, I'll dig that one up here for you. Again, another Adaptall number is 9072-08-08, and it's a 90-degree male NPT by female BSPP 1/2 and 1/2. All right, that's all I got for you guys there. The only other thing I wanted to mention, I guess there's quite a few people picking up these machines from United where I got mine, is track slides. Make sure you guys have a good look at those track slides, because if they're worn below limits, you're gonna have a big problem with detracking. So again, pop off your tracks there, have a look at those things. If you got enough meat left, you could probably build it up with weld and then machine it down or grind it down, whatever you want there. But there is a tolerance in the factory service manual, which I don't have for this model, but I found one for a TB215R, and I assumed it's gonna be about the same thing. Either way, I just bought new track slides for my machine, and it made the world of difference with detracking. So if you got a machine like this and it came from a rental house, they may or may not have been replacing those, and if you have a problem with detracking, that's a great place to start looking. The other thing here too is I replaced this pin and the shims that go in there. There's 3 shims. You can look that up in the IPL, and it made the world of difference with side-to-side slop in the dipper stick. A lot of people think, oh, I have slop, I need new pins and bushings. Well, have a look at the IPL. You'll realize there's quite a bit of shimming in this whole system, and these castellated nuts here and the pins are threaded so that you can take up a lot of play as you wear down those poly shims, which are all sandwiched in here. And there's 2 stainless and 1 poly shim in each side of the dipper stick there. And as that poly wears away, you want to tighten down that jam nut there, and all that information's in the service manual. Anyway, that's the latest mods I got for the front of the machine. And as soon as I get that tilt bucket, I'll do a video on that and show you how it works. All right, guys, thanks for watching.